Koei is a company synonymous with making games where you beat a whole lot of ass.
$5 on the Chinaman. He's my friend.
So I'm talking about you jump in and you fight thousands and thousands of dudes in every single fight. This is part of the Dynasty Warriors series, one of my favorite series growing up. I fell in love with 3, 4, and 5. I stopped at 6 because the mechanics did not show me any love when it got way too repetitive. But 4, 5, and 6, and those spin-offs in between that sometimes I bought, were some of the best experiences that I had as a fan of beat-em-ups and people who like couch co-op. Now we got a whole bunch of other games because they started dipping into other types of series with their own signature style of beating a lot of ass. I'm talking about, we got Hyrule Warriors, where you see people from the Zelda series. You got even my favorite manga, Berserk, having its own Band of the Hawk game. You even have Fist of the North Star and plenty of other games that I'm not gonna name because my videos are not hours long, but they're nice, lean, and cut. But would you be surprised if I told you that these dudes, Omega Force, a part of Koei, actually tried to step into the same lane as the Solid Snakes and the Gabe Logans back in the day? I'm talking about a game that they released back in 1999, a game that is so trash to me, but I cannot take away its credit because it is the forefather of cover shooters. Now, one of the videos that I just put up was talking about Kill Switch, but this game right here is really one of the first ones to ever go third-person cover shooting all the way and dedicated as one of its top mechanics. The only thing is, Winback had me sick. Oh, I got played. Oh, I got played. Fall to your knees, my boy. But it wasn't always like that. You see, my past with this game starts with gaming magazines. I used to see this game on pages and tips and tricks in Game Informer. I used to see the main character. Now I know him as Jean-Luc Kruger. Back in the day, I just saw him as another cool looking secret agent aiming a gun while standing up there. I think he was like in anime form or something. Like, he reminded me of Justin Timberlake in NSYNC with the curly hair. He had on an earring. I don't know. He had the singer look to him, but I was thinking of him as a peer to Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid or Siphon Filter with Gabe Logan. I was like, another secret agent? I like those Metal Gear games. I like those Siphon Filter games. Now we got another dude that's aiming a gun with style and taking cover and all that type of stuff. And then I finally got this game off of PSN, the PS2 version, where the mouths move in the cutscenes. See, the game is mostly known for its N64 version that released in 1999, but they came back around and put it on the PlayStation a year later. That's the version that I'm playing over the course of this video. The game starts with all types of cutscenes trying to establish a story, giving you a villain, showing a protagonist how he's a part of an organization, a team about to get ready to infiltrate a fortress. It's really reaching for the vibes that Metal Gear established a year earlier, but to me it feels so tacked on and so subpar compared to the competition that I was really just disregarding the story throughout the entire game. See, one of the first things that I noticed while running through the story is that I kept running into my teammates and I kept running to other people that could possibly help me or could possibly be a part of these situations, but every time it was always an excuse for everybody to either split up, be left behind, be killed off, or even
Let's get out of here.
Looks like we have company.
I'll hold him off. The rest of you, keep moving.
why the fuck would you say some dumb shit like that? It's as if the developers wanted to find any excuse to keep us from having cooperative gameplay in the story mode. And most of the time, whenever I was playing games, especially the ones back in the day, whenever you get like a co-op segment out of nowhere, those moments were magical for me. I'm sitting up here looking through the manual, they showing me all these characters that's supposed to be of the same organization as me. Everybody I run into is here and there. They're so forgettable. Even the ops, just a bunch of bosses lined up. Like, if I had to put my spin on what this game is, it's like a mix of Resident Evil, tank controls, but it also has Time Crisis as far as like the way how the ops run around. Even when you shoot these dudes, it's gonna be red highlights popping out of them, blue highlights popping, green highlights. It's a damage indicator. If you shoot somebody in the head, they die in one hit, except for the bosses. The bosses get E-frames with every hit, and it's gonna take way more than one hit to the head to get them out of the picture, but they got a life bar, so you got a good thing running around. Most of them have a gimmick. You run around a wide room. They all have special guns. They got rocket launchers, mini guns, deagles, all types of special guns that you don't have. In this game, you get 4 weapons. You get a pistol, a shotgun, a submachine gun, and on occasion you find a silenced pistol. The pistol has infinity ammo because every other gun that you have is not gonna have that much ammo while running through this game. It kind of gave me the impression that this game was gonna be a survival horror game because the ammo gets extra scarce for every gun that isn't the pistol. And I don't even know why the silent pistol is there. I don't know if it's paying homage to James Bond or what, but this is not a stealth game at all. This is more like a, you run in the room, dudes pop up around the corner because you trip over an invisible wire that the programmers put in, and everywhere you go, different dudes are gonna start popping up. It's not gonna make any sense. You're gonna be backtracking through levels. Dudes are gonna be popping up in your face. You can try and use the kick button. John has a kick. It is trash. I wouldn't use it. Some dude's gonna cut you up with a knife, kill you, and then you're gonna go back. You're gonna get checkpoints throughout the level. Every time you die, you're gonna have a continue with a countdown. We're talking about pure arcade mechanics off up in here. I don't know if this was planned on being an arcade game and actually went to consoles, but I'm getting those vibes every time I died, and the way how the checkpoint system was set up. This is 1999 though, so maybe I'm seeing it through shit colored shades. Especially when I find myself struggling after a checkpoint because I only have 1 speck of health left and a sprinkle will kill me, or I'm just running around desperately looking for a health pack, hoping that an enemy might drop a health pack, or rejoicing so much when I find ammo for a weapon that I need it, because toward the end of this game, it's gonna be like 5 dudes popping up around the corner, and the aim controls are sluggish and clunky. It's a lot of clunk in this game. I was fighting through it. I'm talking about the way how the guns aim. It's almost like Siphon Filter with the auto aim, except it's not as fast as Gabe, and the ops shoot like robots. They have clunky aim too, but the movement of John is so clunky. I made the joke that he looks like he's running around with a fully blown diaper. He has a combat roll, but it's clumsy. And even when you use the cover shooting mechanics, sometimes he'll do this technique where he jumps from around the corner and you can't even get back behind the wall. You just sit there and eat bullets and die. There isn't any blind firing around corners, so if you peek at the right time, you'll catch one right off up in your mouth. Shout out to my homie Dover. He told me that he loved the music to this game. I can't co-sign that, big brother. I was listening to the music and it was nice at first, but then I realized I was going to be listening to the same music for the entire playthrough. You got music that plays during the levels and you got music that plays when your health is critical. I was getting shot up the whole time. They got cheats for this game, but I don't use cheats when I'm playing these retro games. I got this ego maniacal thing where I'm just going to be playing through these games raw and try and play them the way that the developers saw fit. I don't know if cheats were intended to be there or if they were like user strategy guide so you could learn how to play our unique games. It ended up taking me about 15 hours to beat this game. Some of my streams were so long of me just dying, and I want to say part of it is my fault because I'm sitting up here with 1 health point fighting a boss who has humming rockets, dull humming rockets that shoot rockets that follow me, and I'm trying to beat this dude. I beat him, but it took way longer than it should have. I'm pretty sure a big part of that came because I was saving the game and progressing through some of these levels in horrible states with my health bar. I also saw that they had a multiplayer mode in the menu. I didn't check this mode out. By the time I finished this game, I was so nauseous. I was just like, please just get off of my screen. I ended up doing some like post research. I looked it up. It Turns out it's like 3 endings. Of course, I got the worst ending. The faster you finish the game, the better the ending that you get, because it's I could tell you the story in 10 seconds. Bad guy takes over a facility, gets to a war room, and decides to hit the fuck it button and start hitting monuments all over the United States. We're talking about the White House, the Pentagon, and I forgot where the next place was, but by the time you get to the end of the game, with my time, which was about 7 hours of playing time, out of those 15 hours I was dying for like half the time, you get to the final boss. He tells you that he just blew up all those monuments. He giggles at you. You have one little boss fight. He's looking at you like, I know what's supposed to happen. He puts the gun to his mouth and he deletes his own self. You leave with some type of static look on your face because it's 1990 something when these developers make this game, and then you go off and credits roll. Don't ask me why I decided to play this game all the way through. I guess I had to pay respects to the culture of cover shooters because I was just going so strong with the big bangers, and then I had to come back to the beginning, the origins of it, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's Winback, man. I used to want this game as a kid. I'm so happy I didn't waste a Christmas wish or a birthday wish on this game. Man, I need to do something to get this jank out of my system, y'all. If you've made it this far, man, shout out to y'all. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you feel the vibes. I'm gonna be going even harder, man. The grind continues. Shout out to everybody. Happy New Year's. I hope y'all had a happy holidays. I call myself taking a content vacation where I closed up the laptop and just enjoy games and enjoy consuming content, you know what I mean? Because if I like have a game or an idea, I have to limit myself from what I consume because I want my perspective to be pure when it comes to these games, and I want it to be pure whenever I come out with these videos, whenever I talk about other stuff like books or movies and other types of media out there. So yeah, man, that's what happened. I enjoyed my time. I got a new perspective. I got a new clarity when it comes to what I'm going to be doing in the future. Y'all stay geeked, and I'll catch y'all later.
Subscribe, motherfucker.
Are you highlight of the fucking game? This shows you how much clunk. Oh my god.